Hello my darlings, this is a long overdue video. In my last fragrance collection video, I did say I was going to round up this series at the end of summer. It is not the end of summer, it is the beginning of winter now. In today's video, we're going to round up my collection. I'm going to show you what I have put on the shelf. And by the end of that, I will have technically shown you 80% of my collection. I am still keeping out discontinued fragrances from this list. I want to remove that energy from my collecting ways and my content creation ways. There's something about it that feels a bit hard work and unnecessary. And I have some fragrances from the summer that made me really happy. I've only picked 4 because I did wear quite a bit. I'm still wearing a lot of what I have instead of buying. In fact, this year I don't think I've bought any. I lie. I've bought 1 fragrance this year. Have I? One. Yes, only 1 fragrance this year. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. I just really wanted to be dedicated to going through my collection, getting to know it intimately, and to influence somebody else out there to do this as well. We know the fragrance community online is very much so buy, and there is a strong part of this that is about just buckling down into what you have and getting to really understand what you love note-wise and where your budget sits, and also embracing the fact that just because somebody else has 10,000 bottles doesn't mean that you have to have 10,000 bottles. Your collection, whether it is at 10 bottles or 100 bottles or 1,000 bottles, is still valid. The most important part is that it makes you happy, okay? Makes you happy. Let's start with the fragrances that I've put on the shelf, that I've worn, that I fully understand now, and I will revisit them in the near future. My first fragrance from Lush, this is Frangipani. This is beautiful. This is nutty, it's sweet, it's heady, it will make so many people happy, especially if you love sweet scents. The almond note in this is exquisite. There's nothing more to say about it. It does the job. It wears beautifully on the skin. The sillage is there, the longevity is there. My only qualm with Lush is I feel like their fragrances are slightly overpriced. I feel Lush can give us a different price point. This is a simple fragrance. It only has 5 notes. There's almond in this, frangipani, gaiac wood, tuberose, and sandalwood. I then finally met the classic Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. I get it now, especially if you are a vanilla lover. You will like this. I'm not head over heels with it, and I believe I do have a vintage formulation, but I understand why the girls love it. There's something for me, I'm getting that plasticky play-doh-y vibe that a lot of people talk about when it comes to this fragrance, but it's nice. It's not groundbreaking for me. I don't feel like the name also matches the fragrance. There's nothing quite hypnotic about this. When you hear the word Hypnotic Poison, you want something really dark, really mysterious, really out of the box. Maybe something green. This doesn't quite do it for me. But if you're a vanilla lover and you haven't tried this classic, you must try it. The vanilla is there. It is a pretty thing, and I definitely understand why this is a signature fragrance for a lot of people. Very date night worthy, very girly situation worthy, like if you're going for brunch with the girls. It's that kind of fragrance. Some of the notes in Hypnotic Poison are coconut, plum, jasmine, lily of the valley, the vanilla of course that I had mentioned, almond, and musk. I then met another classic, number 5 by Chanel. I wanted number 5 to be what Kobako by Bourjois does for me, and that is a very ballsy, musky, grown woman fragrance. And Chanel number 5 really does smell like great smelling soap. You know, it just smells like a really beautiful bar of soap. Very clean, very musky, not too sweet. There's woods in this as well, My skin chemistry also does not care about Chanel number 5. I will wear this and in an hour I'm looking for it. I'm like, where's my fragrance? It's gone. I understand the love and the significance of Chanel number 5. In fact, down below I am going to link Super Dacob's channel. He is a true Chanel connoisseur. He really understands the house. He is somebody who is absolutely fabulous if you need to reference Chanel as a fragrance house. For me, Chanel, I don't see myself repurchasing this. I would love to have the body products. I'm just not as wowed as others, but I respect it for what it is. I understand why many people love this. I understand why it's a signature scent. I understand why we are still talking about it all these years. But I'm not a die-hard fan. Unfortunate, I'm not a die-hard fan. I would not declutter this bottle. It was given to me as a present. I'll probably have it all my life. I don't see myself rushing through it. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about Chanel number 5. She is who she is. She is who she is. In number 5, we have the gorgeous aldehydes. We have neroli, we have iris, we have jasmine, we have vanilla, oak moss, vetiver, and patchouli. One of my dearly beloveds, one of the first fragrances I seriously fell in love with when I got into this madness of collecting fragrances, and this is Cabotin by Grey. I love this thing. It is a big, ballsy, green, clean, musky floral that just says, I'm here and I am undeniable. I absolutely love this thing. Every time I smell it, I think, wow. Wow, this is the reaction I wanted to get from Chanel number 5, and I didn't get it. Oof, 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 oof. The confidence this gives me. I have said this about this fragrance. This is Nyami Mami. She loves to have fun. She is in charge of her home and in charge of her life. She knows how to switch it up. One day you're going to see her with a big floaty skirt, sneakers and a t-shirt running around, and the next day you are going to see her in a ball gown looking absolutely fabulous. There's just something very multi-dimensional about Cabotin. Almost signature scent worthy. You have to be a very confident girl to get away with wearing this every day. But she makes me happy. I have a vintage formulation in my backup. I have a new bottle in my backup collection as well. I will always have Cabotin with me. She is just so good. So good. She behaves well in the winter and the summertime. She's fabulous. She's utterly fabulous. In Cabotin, we have some of my favorite notes. We have coriander in this, there's tuberose, there's hyacinth, there's civet, there's vetiver, there's musk, there's also tonka bean and vanilla. Another classic. I am such a classic girl when it comes to my fragrance, by the way. Another classic that I absolutely love and I need a bottle of, but this is the vintage formulation, and I have a strong feeling the new formulation is rather similar from what I've read online. Anyway, this is Carolina Herrera by Carolina Herrera. Try saying that many times quickly. Big ballsy floral once again. This is the fragrance that taught me I love tuberose. So overwhelming, so enveloping, very sensual, very grown woman, very special occasion as well. There's a cleanness as well, there's a crispness in this as well. There's something very timeless about this fragrance as well. I absolutely love it. I closely compare it to Red Door by Elizabeth Arden. I feel like the tuberose in both of them make them quite similar. Regardless, I still do want this. Again, beautiful fragrance, beautiful, plays well both in the summertime and the winter time. I would say I prefer this somewhere in between, like August, September weather. but she's a stunner. She is the fragrance you wear when you're in a room with a lot of men and you're doing business and maybe you're the only woman in the room and you want to remind them that, you know, you don't just pack a punch, you also pack a bunch of flowers. In Carolina Herrera, we have the tuberose that I had mentioned. There's also jasmine in this, green notes, orange blossom, hyacinth, musk, civet, and cedar. The last two fragrances both come from the same house, so let's talk about them. We'll first start with the original 4711. This is a classic. If you're really into fragrance, you know this bottle. This is truly what it is. It is a eau de cologne in a classic sense. It only lasts half an hour at the most on the skin. It's the thing you splash on your body after a shower, after you have a shave. I love it. I love it for what it is. I love it for how it lasts. I respect it for what it is. I absolutely loved this in the summer, even though I got only 30 minutes out of it. The neroli in this is absolutely beautiful. It is so clean, so fresh. It's undeniable. If I am going for a hot holiday, I am packing this. I don't want to be without it. Every summertime will see me buy this bottle. The neroli just got me. I also got this set. I bought this in a set. It had the shower gel and something else, I can't remember, but I actually really enjoyed just all of it. The showering with the shower gel, then splashing this on my body. I think I had the body lotion, I'm not sure. Anyway, love. If you are into studying fragrance, the classics are important. They give you a really good foundation. This is one of them. Beautiful stuff. Don't want to be without it. In 4711, we have lemon, lavender, rosemary, neroli, and petitgrain. So because of my immediate love of the original, I got something from the Aqua Colonia line. They came out with quite a few iterations of the original. This is white peach and coriander. Gorgeous, clean, fresh. The peach is not too sweet. The coriander is there, giving this amazing herbaceous vibe. Absolutely beautiful, very unisex, very unisex. This is the fragrance that I want to smell on a man or a woman who is having to wear a suit and goes into the office during the summertime. It's just clean, it's just fresh, it's not over the top. Very hot holiday worthy as well. I want to try quite a few from that line. Such a great first impression. I drenched myself heavily with this during the summertime. I got this fragrance this year. This is the second fragrance that I bought this year. Anyway, and I wore quite a bit within a week. Absolutely loved it. Beautiful, very beautiful. I sprayed it on my hand. Let me spray it again. So good. And strangely enough, it lasted rather well on the skin. I felt like I was getting 3 to 4 hours on the skin. Just this constant waft of freshness and prettiness. I'm of the belief that a great summer fragrance that really is fresh and light and open is a great sign of etiquette. You know, in the summertime, we don't want pungency. We don't want hard, heavy, heating fragrances on our senses. We want to be light like the breeze. We want to invoke coolness. We want to be open. Anyway, love this fragrance and I cannot wait to try more from this line next summer. A very simple fragrance. This has the white peach and the coriander, of course. It also has citruses, herbal notes, and green notes. As I had mentioned, I am being mindful about my fragrance collection. So this summer, I went back into my shelf, into fragrances I've put away, just to see what I could finish up and to also align myself with the energy of summer. Living on this island means that quite a lot of my collection belongs in the winter. I don't have that many summer fragrances, so I always have to go digging for something during the winter time. These 4 made me very happy. These are fragrances that I have backups of, that I keep going back to. They just make a girl happy. Let's start with one of the biggest surprises of 2023. Yes, 2023, English Rose by Yardley. As I said, why didn't anybody tell me about this? It is a clean, watery green rose. Absolutely beautiful. So simple, but so well done. Signature scent worthy. Every time I wear this, I drench myself from head to toe, and I know I smell good. I also want to stress that the body care that comes with this fragrance also does the job. Anytime I use them, I don't even have to scent my skin after that. So potent. The hand cream is actually really moisturizing. Absolutely love, absolutely approve. I have a backup. I will possibly always have this in my collection. English Rose, Yardley. Yes, if you are a rose lover and a lot of your roses are heavier, they're jammy, they're sexy, they're seductive, try English Rose just for a fresh take on that. Just absolutely beautiful, makes me happy, and I seriously recommend this one. A very simple fragrance once again. This has rose, white flowers, musk, woodsy notes, and spices. Next up is my Darling Timeless from Avon. This is unfortunately discontinued, but you can still get it on eBay here and there. And there's a bit of a teaching moment with this one. One, if you love a fragrance and it's in your budget and you really love it, get a few backups, because when fragrances get discontinued, it's rather irritating, very irritating. This was £5 on the Avon catalog, and now people are trying to charge £30-40 on eBay. I have a few backups, obviously. Second story time is the weather truly affects how a fragrance shines on your skin. I remember wearing this in the hot heat
and thinking, where are you? I used to love you. Why are you not smelling beautiful? Where are you? What have we done? Are we fighting? Are we fighting?
And then it cooled down a little bit in August, and I wore this and I was like, there you are, darling. There you are. My good friend. You smell beautiful. You make me happy. There you are. You know, it's a hot day. You're seated outside. Someone is cutting the grass. You can smell the sweats on your skin. There's smells of cut grass and flowers in the air, and just, I don't know how Avon did that, but they did do it. In Timeless, we have one of my favorite notes, and that is aldehydes. There's also patchouli in this, iris, jasmine, tonka bean, musk, and vanilla. Another one that I wore and loved, and I need a bottle ASAP. Gorgeous. This is also something that I feel Chanel No. 5 should have been for me. Anyway, this is First by Van Cleef & Arpels. This is elegant, classy, florals, white florals, musky, clean, timeless, undeniable. Just the confidence I have when I wear this fragrance, I just feel like I'm that girl, which I am, and I always have been, and I always will be. But First by Van Cleef & Arpels is absolutely exquisite. To me, it's a bridal fragrance. It is signature scent worthy. It is worth the money they ask for. I need a full bottle of this. Plays beautifully well in the summer and the winter. It's in this little bottle because the original bottle failed on me. Absolutely love this fragrance. Just and there's a powderiness as well, but it's not, it doesn't overtake the florals and the greenness and the freshness, and just beautiful. In first, we have one of my favorite notes that I've mentioned several times in this video. We have aldehyde, there's bergamot in this, there's hyacinth, there's carnation, there's civet, there's oak moss, there's vetiver, and sandalwood. Last and certainly not least, one of my longtime loves, this is Asian Provocateur by Asian Provocateur. I've worn this for so long. I always have it in backup. I've gone through several bottles. I can wear it in the heat and in the cold and smell like me. It is almost signature scent worthy for me. A big, ballsy, almost screechy, aggressive rose that is still beautiful and still has some softness in it. Very sexy, very grown woman, very me. I don't know what else to say. Overwhelming, too much. You know, that's something a lot of people like to call me when they usually meet me off the bat. You're a bit much. Yeah, I know. I'm not much. You just don't have the bandwidth for me. And that's what this fragrance is all about. Not everybody's going to love it. It's a lot of information for a rose fragrance, but I absolutely love it. Every time I wear it, I will turn ahead. I will get a compliment. I will get a question. What are you wearing? And she's that girl. So many beautiful memories attached to this fragrance. Always puts a smile on my face. Some of the notes in this fragrance are Indian saffron, Egyptian jasmine, vetiver, musk, and Moroccan rose. And that's that, my darlings. I have shown you at least 80% of my fragrance collection through this series. I have gotten to know my collection intimately. I have worn my fragrances. I've done quite a bit of mindful decluttering, not too much, not too little. And I think 2025, it's time to start buying again. It's time to start buying again. I know what I want to buy. I have a very focused idea of what that is. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next when it comes to fragrance content. I do have 2 houses that I want to talk to you about quite soon. Let's see what surprises 2025 has for me. As per usual, I will fill up the description box with everything I have mentioned in this video. I want to thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Ijeoma, and I'll see you soon.